And that makes a season-high 7 straight wins for the Houston Rockets. So I asked right before we heard from Clint, do you think that they have the capability with the roster as currently constructed and the way that they're playing to be able to make the kind of run that we saw last postseason?
I believe they do, and here's why. The one thing you can't buy is experience, and now they have that playoff experience. They went to a Game 7 with Chris Paul going down. You never know what could have happened against Golden State. By having that type of experience, they understand now what it takes. How are they going to play? One thing is a big question, though. Chris Paul. Can he stay healthy throughout these seasons? Because this is what happens in the playoffs. A lot of games, 7 games, you may go 6 games. So many games in the for anybody who can stay healthy. But for Chris Paul, we've seen it time and time again.
And the realistic assumption is that James Harden won't be able to maintain not only this usage rate, but this efficiency that he's maintained, right? I mean, is that realistic?
I'm going to say yes. And here's why, because he's prepared his body for it. Did the game the other night in Toronto, talking to Coach D'Antoni. This is his style of play. This is what they practice. Oh, wait a minute. They don't really practice a lot. So this is who he is. And since Coach D'Antoni has given him the ball, 3 years ago now, 4 years ago, right, saying you're .12, whatever you want to call it, this is how you have to play. You hit it right on the head. Chris Paul needs to stay healthy. You talk about experience. They go out and get Iman Shumpert. They have Rivers. So now they went out and got a few other guards. So now if Chris Paul gets hurt again, Iman Shumpert is a champion. Yeah. He knows how to play. He's not Chris Paul. No. Don't get me wrong, people, but he's been there before, and he understands what type of level of play you need to be to try to be a champion. So now you can plug and play him.
Because the argument against the Rockets at this point has been that they're lacking some of the talent they had on the roster last season, some of the depth as well in that defensive focus. But you feel that those roster issues have been addressed?
I think they've been addressed. It's all about now getting those guys integrated into the system and understanding where you need to be, because it is different playing with James Harden and Chris Paul, because it is my turn, your turn, but everyone else has bought into him. You look at Gerald Green, you look at Fareed now, who they brought in when Capella was hurt. Pick, roll the basket, that's where I'm supposed to be, play good team defense, and get out and run. So with that being said, they went out and got the right people that fit the system.
And maybe Shumpert and Green takes place for Ariza, because Ariza was the kind of guy who was guarding, you know, when you think about him going against Durant. So now you got a bigger guy, 2 guys to take the place of 1. If Chris goes down, you know, it is about matching up with Golden State. That's it. Everybody's trying to match up with the championships, and they may have enough pieces to get through it. Injuries will be their only downfall.
Well, not only have they beaten the Warriors 3 times this season, in this 7-game win streak, they beat the Warriors, they beat the Raptors, they beat the Celtics, they beat the Sixers. So
remember last year,
sending a message.
They had beaten Golden State also.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
That's very true.
Yeah,